Hello, people. It's me, Lisa Lillian, also known as Hungry Girl. I am where I always am, in Hungryland, with who I am always with, Mikey and Jamie.
Yay.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. I
Right.
went on a cruise yesterday.
I heard a one-day cruise.
To nowhere. We didn't move. We didn't actually get off we got off the boat eventually, but the boat did not go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, it stayed docked. It was like a brand new Carnival ship.
By design, it stayed docked,
Yes,
right? It wasn't like...
Exactly. So there was a media event to name and launch a brand new Carnival cruise ship, which I thought was kind of cool. We were invited, so we went, and it's the Panorama. It'll sail out of Long Beach. Are you guys sailing out of Long Beach?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're so excited. Our
Next
Christmas
week.
cruise.
Technically, we're the Port of Los Angeles, the San Pedro side. But yeah, I mean, they're right next to each other.
Same parking lot.
Well,
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
Yep.
So we were on this boat. We got to try out Guy Fieri's new restaurant. I like to call him Guy Fieri, but that makes me so American, right?
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Well, what
his
is-
restaurant, it's Fieri.
Is that French? Italian?
Italian, right?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah. It's got to be Italian.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
must be. Anyway,
Okay.
he has it's Pig and Anchor. It's a barbecue restaurant on the boat, and we ate lunch there, and it was amazing. We ate so much food. And
What
we
was
saw
the
Guy.
best thing you ate?
First of all, Guy was so nice.
Oh,
He
good.
was. Aaron was the first person to ask a question. Literally, Aaron. They're like, "Does anyone have any questions for Guy?" And Aaron's like, "I do." And she asked a question, and then he only answered like three questions. So
What was her question?
she wanted to know about his recipe development process.
Oh, of course she did.
She was probably doing research, but he was really sweet. The food was amazing. We ate it's not that we ate so much. We ate so many things, and we were so full that I didn't eat again for 19 hours.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, which we'll talk a little bit more about this later. But like I've been testing out this intermittent fasting stuff, so.
Cool. People always ask about that.
I know.
Good-
That's why
good topic.
I wanted to talk about it. But it was great. It was fun to be on that boat. I'm glad we got off. I was happy we weren't sailing, and I was happy to get back home.
Good.
Yeah. So I'm excited about this episode. It's the holiday episode, Hacks, Tips, and Tricks.
Oh, cool.
We can all use that this time of year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty-
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I won't use any of them. I'll just go crazy.
Jamie, well, that's all. We see, we're going to help you today
Yeah.
if you're
All
like
right.
Mike.
Maybe he'll use one or two. He needs them.
Well, we're
He
going.
lives with you.
We're going on a cruise for the holidays, so like, I don't know if I can. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
He needs to listen to like the buffet episode.
Right. Didn't we have some kind of
I
a
think
very
so.
cruise-centric
We did.
The
Episode?
dining out episode.
We did.
So listen to it.
We'll brush
All
up.
right.
All right. What's up?
Breaking news.
All right, I have major Gert news. That's yogurt for anybody who doesn't know me. Yoplait or Yoplate, like Jamie calls it. Jamie calls it Yoplate. Not joking here.
I also call it phage, not faye.
That's right. So Yoplait has come out with Starburst flavored low-fat yogurt. It only has 150 calories, 1.5 grams of fat. The flavors are cherry, orange, strawberry, and lemon. And right now they're only at Food for Less, which is a Kroger store. So I didn't see them at Ralph's, which is another Kroger store by us. But I'm sure they're going to be in all the other stores if they're popular. And we have them here to
I was
try.
going to say, I see them in our
Yeah.
store.
We have
right here.
everyone but lemon. I couldn't find lemon.
That's
Nobody
okay.
likes the lemon ones anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to say one thing. I'm excited about this. First of all, this product to me feels like it should have come out in the 80s. Like it
Totally.
definitely does not feel like something that should be out now.
Totally.
Especially Yoplait. I like Yoplait. I am a fan of Yoplait. Jamie's going to help us sample it, and I'm just going to rattle on about Yoplait.
Okay.
It feels like it's been left behind to some degree. The yogurt feels pretty dated. I like it still, and I used to eat it religiously, and I loved it, but there's so much competition. Look
Look
how
at that
bright
color.
that is. It's neon.
Whoa, what color? Which flavor is that? Cherry?
Yeah.
It's cherry. That's the flavor I'm most
It's
excited
like
to
Play-Doh
try.
pink.
That's exactly what it is. It looks like, I don't know. It's
A glop
crazy.
for you. Who's going to get to lick the lid? That's
A
the best
glop.
part.
You get to lick the lid. But this, I am excited to try it. I feel like it's
Yeah.
probably kid friendly.
It
The
looks
stats
good.
are not too bad.
Looks tasty. Whoa.
It's vibrant. A face has been made.
I just tried the cherry one.
And
I like it, but definitely it's for kids. Like, I don't think a ton of people would. It's really intense, sour, super cherry. Tastes like cherry candy.
it tastes just like a Starburst,
Yeah.
but you don't have to chew through the whole thing.
Yeah. It's
I
probably
like
better
it.
for your teeth.
Wow.
I like it, but my taste buds are childish.
I like it a lot.
We're going to try more?
Yeah, we are.
Let's do the strawberry.
All right, this one's 160 calories. Better be worth those extra 10.
Oh yeah, some of them are 160. It does taste very much like candy. I wonder if this is marketing. Are they marketing this towards kids?
It was in the whole
Has to
Gurt
be.
section, but and it didn't have like the Go-Gurt for kids. It wasn't near the Go-Gurt.
This is a pale pink.
It is. It's like a slightly less fluorescent version of the last one.
Okay.
Wow, it tastes exactly like strawberry Starburst.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they did a good job.
All right, we don't even need to try the other one because the bottom line is, if you like Starburst and you love the flavors of your Starburst candies, you will flip over this yogurt. If you don't, skip it.
Yeah. All right, I got one more really quick one. So Rob Lowe was on the Ellen DeGeneres show last week, and he has a hack for your Christmas tree where he puts half water and half 7-Up. At the bottom of the tree, to feed it, you have to do that. And he does it daily, and I supposedly it makes the tree last longer and stay fresher. And then, so I went on the internet, and this is all over the internet. Like, the scientists have proven that this actually works.
Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What is it that works? Is it lemon? It's not the sugar, because first of all, if you put sugar in your tree, you're going to have tons of bugs.
Yeah. Maybe it's the seltzer?
Do you think it's the carbonate? Then why not use Perrier?
That's true. Maybe.
Or lemon. Why not squeeze lemons? What is it? Do we know what it is?
I mean, this appearance was sponsored by 7-Up.
no, it wasn't. Was it?
No.
See, that I would have believed it.
Yeah, like I wonder if like Sprite, because Sprite's basically the same thing. Like, would it work? Does it have to be 7-Up?
No, it's the same thing.
Okay.
I don't think it's like the logo or anything, but I think it's weird, and I think that you will get bugs if you use Diet 7-Up. No bugs.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know this because one year we had a giant ant infestation when it was 112 degrees, and it happened to have been the year we got a professional quality snow cone machine.
Oh my gosh.
And we had all these bottles of syrups in this one cabinet. And this was like probably 15 years ago. Thousands of ants came in, marching in, and they were all over the bottles of the sugar syrup. And they ignored the syrup that was sweetened artificially.
That's
Wow.
so funny.
Isn't it? So
What do they know?
Crazy.
they know something.
No.
Anyway.
All right. Well, that's all I got.
I have news. We have news.
Oh, yeah. What
It's
do you
like the
got?
biggest news of the year. The Hungry Girl magazine brand new Winter 2020 New Year, New You issue is now available for pre-order.
I can't believe we haven't seen it yet.
I know. It's kind of ridiculous.
When do we get our copies?
We ordered it along with everyone else.
That's when we get our copies?
We
That's
should be
not
getting
fair.
them any day. They start shipping on Tuesday.
That's not soon enough.
No. But it's amazing.
I want to give it to people as gifts. It's a great magazine. 70 plus new recipes. That's a lot of recipes.
That's like more than half a cookbook.
We did very, very well. Inspirational success stories from the community. We are blasting myths. There's content from some of our very close personal friends, like Joy Bauer and Gina Hamalka, who you may know as Skinny Taste.
Yes.
Probably in the same way I'm known as Hungry Girl. But she provided a bunch of desserts. The magazine's phenomenal, and it's beautiful. We're staring right now at all the pages on the
Yep.
wall. Beautiful,
It
beautiful.
is gorgeous.
In diagonal, because I put them in diagonally.
I know. I look at them with my head tilted. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
So how do people get it?
It'll be in stores beginning on the 27th, but you can pre-order it now at hungry-girl.com/magazine.
That's easy enough.
Yep.
Really, don't miss it.
And if you order it, shipping's free. It's the same price as buying it in store, and you'll probably get it before. We can't guarantee it, but you'll probably get it before it's even on shelves.
That's true. But if you are out at the market, it's usually at the checkout stand, and this issue has tacos on the cover, and they're looking smoking hot.
Beautiful tacos.
Very much.
That chicken looks so good.
Which
Yeah,
the
sweet-
little
Yeah. The one right here.
I was looking at that.
Fried chicken.
I know. I don't know how we stare at this all day. We don't just eat everything in sight. Okay, jumping into these holiday hacks, tips, and tricks. Starting off with tips for holiday parties. Now, today we're just going to chat a lot. It's not about a lot of eating. We ate everything we're going to eat, actually.
Yeah.
Boy, better stick some more spoons into those yogurts, Mike, because this is it. But tips are important, especially around this time of year. We're all invited to these holiday parties. A lot of people just say, you know what? It's the end of the year. I'm going to throw caution to the wind. I'll eat everything in sight, and I'll start fresh in January. And you know what I say to that?
What?
Terrible idea.
No.
It's not a good idea because, then you end up gaining like 10 pounds before you're starting.
Yep. You just set yourself back.
Terrible.
I
So
think-
like, what do you do?
Well, I think what it is too is I don't even say I'm going to throw caution to the wind and eat everything in sight. I just stop paying attention. And then as a result, I end up eating everything. You know what I mean? Like I stop being as on top of it. And then you end up taking in so many more calories. It's that all or nothing attitude.
It's true. And I never have the all or nothing attitude. I got rid of that attitude like probably, 16, 17 years ago. I usually have the 80-20 attitude, which is like 80% of the time I'm making smart choices. 20% of the time I'm saying, hey, what the heck? I'll take a bite of this or a bite of that. But this year I'm trying something a little bit differently. And I had mentioned it earlier. It's the intermittent fasting because so many people have emailed and called in and said, what's the deal? Like, is it good? Does it make you lose weight? I do find that when I fast for a period of time, I have more energy, believe it or not. I didn't believe it until it happened. And B, I feel like I'm going to take in fewer calories overall throughout the day. But I do have friends that do this that end up eating way too much when they start to eat.
Right.
And that's like, I don't fast for 24 hours. I fasted for almost 20 hours today. It was something like 19 after that cruise lunch. Thanks, Guy. But I feel like usually it's 16 hours that I go, and I feel very energized, and I probably eat approximately 300 or 400 fewer calories throughout the day when I do that. So it works. It works for me, and I like it this time of year because this is the time of year I'm going out more. I have more parties. There's more stuff floating around that I want to taste. And so I feel like if I'm cutting those calories, in the beginning of the day, then I can have a bite of this or a bite of that and not feel as bad.
So do you go from dinner until next day's lunch, pretty much?
Pretty much. I've gone from like stopping at probably 7 or 8 p.m. and then I start at either 11 a.m. or noon.
Okay.
Oh, that's doable. That doesn't feel so. It's not so unattainable.
No, I think it's great. I know, but there are people that eat every few hours. I know, Jamie, you're one of them. I think it would be a little bit of an adjustment if you tried it, but I think you do it for a couple days and then it feels great. Like, seriously, I have more energy. Can't you tell?
Yeah.
You do seem energized. My thing is I actually try to clean up my eating and keep it kind of simple around the holidays because I know I'm going to have dinners, I'm going to have parties where I am going to take in more. So I just try and keep my lunches and my breakfasts like super similar, super just reasonable, light. And then it's like, that way you can have a little wiggle room. You can have that appetizer or piece of bread at dinner.
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree with that. And whatever works for you, that's the thing. People need to figure out what works best for them. I do really try to say no, like, please don't do the, the all or nothing thing where if you go and you're on the all side and you're just like, who cares? It's this time of year. Donuts in the morning, candy all day, cookies in the conference room, big dinners, cocktail parties. You could do a lot of damage in a couple weeks.
Yep. You know what I think is like a good strategy too is it's like practice because in January you're going to want to focus on eating better. And so it's kind of challenging yourself. Like, can you resist going nuts? Can you resist overdoing it? And I bet you can. Sometimes
that's a good point. Even if you did it every other day, like one day you're really flexing your willpower muscle, and you're like, I'm going to do this in 2 weeks for the long haul. So you say, and hopefully you will. But if you try really hard and then say Monday I'm not going to do this, and Tuesday maybe you do that, it's a good little exercise.
Yeah, I've found myself eating way too much sugar this time of year because there's like candy canes and lollipops all over the office. And so just the past 2 days, I'm like, I'm just going to try and do one day without eating any sugar. And I did it. I've done it 2 days in a row now. And it's like, I could do it. I thought I couldn't, just like you said, flex that muscle. I like that.
How do you feel?
I feel better. I do.
Better without sugar?
Yeah.
Sugar sometimes really just knocks me out and puts me to sleep. I'm not a big sugar fan.
For me, it just makes me want more and more. Like my dinner, you know how much I love salad, and I was like, I don't want salad. I want ice
lollipop.
cream. Yeah, like seriously, it like messed with my appetite.
Really?
Yeah.
Jamie rejecting salad?
I know.
I didn't actually reject
No, she
it.
still had it, yeah.
I just thought about it.
You've been replaced with another alternate universe, Jamie, who only eats lollipops. No more lettuce. Okay, jumping in. Speaking of lollipops and candy canes and things, I want to talk about some classic food finds that you can keep at home, feel festive, and not feel bad about indulging in.
It's a good idea.
It is, isn't it? I'm glad we all thought of it collectively. Okay, we have candy canes for the start. Candy canes for the win. Candy canes are great because it kills all the birds with one stone. You're festive. It has that sugar thing going for it. Mint, to me, is the best, crave killer. Mm-hmm. If you're eating something minty, you're not craving food.
Yeah, it's not the same as like a regular lollipop, like having a minty fix.
Yeah,
I
does that
agree.
work for you?
Much better, yeah.
Good. Try the candy canes.
Just the one thing that drives me nuts though is we had the pickle candy canes.
Oh, you
and they're like
accidentally ate
they're
them.
like not labeled. They're just hanging around.
Is that where after dinner mint came from? Like
Maybe.
the idea to have an after dinner mint, so you just don't eat after that mint.
Maybe. That's why, hey, meal enders, they know
what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so the mini candy cane is about 20 calories. A full giant candy cane, 60 calories.
Wow,
So-
those things are huge. It would take a long time to eat those.
Yeah, truly. I never eat a whole. I either eat the minis or I break pieces off.
Yeah, same.
Like, I guess maybe you have to be like 4 to eat a candy cane.
It's like a real
whole
commitment.
thing. Totally.
Watching a
okay.
movie.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good movie candy.
Yeah,
While you're watching The Holiday, my favorite Christmas movie.
there you go.
All right, hot cocoa packets. That's an oldie but a goodie.
Oh yeah.
And I'm talking about the lower calorie ones, the reduced calorie. Swiss Miss is good. There are a lot of brands that make them. They're about 35 calories. And they even make the low calorie ones for the Keurig. They're also really good. It kills a chocolate craving. Again, you feel festive. There's nothing like a cup of hot cocoa on a chilly night. So much fun.
I love it at night, like after dinner when I'm craving, like I just want to eat more and more. It's like a good like wind down little treat.
Yep. And similar to that, I like the sugar-free apple cider packets.
Oh, they're so retro. I forgot about
I
those.
know. I used to be addicted to them. I haven't had them in a while, but it's like if you like hot apple cider, and I do. Alpine makes a sugar-free version, only 15 calories.
Unless you spike it.
That's true, which is also fun. With rum, right? Is that what we would spike it with?
Yeah,
Probably
probably,
rum.
maybe
Probably
a
not.
little vodka.
What, I don't know, maybe. Well, whatever. Don't do that. I mean, you can, because if you're going to spike it anyway, you might as well use the sugar-free and save
Exactly.
calories where you can. All right, next up, these are my absolute favorites. Candy cane Tootsie Roll
The
Pops.
best.
They're so good. Usually I buy bags of them and I keep them all year round because they're great. It's like the outside. First of all, they're so pretty. They're like white and red swirlies. And then you get your classic Tootsie Roll in the middle. And they have, 60 calories for one of those?
Yeah, and they take a long time to eat.
They do. You like those?
Love, love, love.
I will often see Jamie with a candy cane flavored Tootsie Pop in her hand.
It really, really helps me because I like, especially when there's a lot of desserts around and like holiday leftovers. That's my downfall is like leftovers that are in our fridge, and that just takes me out because it takes me 25 minutes to eat one.
And by the way, sometimes, like, if you're somewhere and you have nothing and there's nothing to eat and you're really hungry and you don't want a lollipop, if you have that in your bag, it will make you feel okay for the time being.
Yeah,
For not
tides you
that many
over.
calories. Yep, it totally does. All right, next up, a really good thing that I keep in the house and I eat all the time. And I've never served it at a big meal, but the Green Giant cauliflower rice stuffing, it's so good.
Best.
So good. I've been making like holiday-ish bowls because it's like, it just feels like the holidays. It's spiced. It's flavored like the holidays. I'll throw a few more dried cranberries in. I throw some turkey, like deli turkey in or chicken. It's so yummy.
It's the best, the best, the best.
We had somebody text us that they use that for their Thanksgiving turkey or
They
turkey
stuff the
stuffing.
turkey with it?
Yeah, and people didn't even know that it was
Wow.
That's
cauliflower rice.
amazing.
So they shove it right in the turkey.
Yeah,
The turkey loved it.
yeah.
Never had a better day. But that's 60 calories a serving and only 3 points. Next up, holiday nog almond milk. Remember we did the holiday nog face-off?
We did. Do you remember what your favorite was? I do.
At this point, I don't even know.
You
What
loved
was
the
it?
Califia Farms version.
Oh, yeah.
And after we had them, it's funny, we had them in the office because we had those giant containers and we were tasting them more. And I think we all came around to that version being the best.
There were a few really good ones, though.
Yeah.
I thought they were great. Who else? Almond Breeze made one. There were
Trader
a few.
Joe's.
Yeah, and they're about 50 to 70 calories. Real eggnog has hundreds of calories. So this is just a great thing to keep in your house, and you throw a little in your coffee if you want to make your coffee feel more festive. Good stuff. Okay, so like we're not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about more holiday food finds because we did a whole episode where we tasted them.
So many of them. It was great.
I wish that day was now.
Let's just go back and do it all again.
But people can find that. How do they find? What's the easiest way to find that episode?
If you're listening to this on an app, it should be one of the episodes below this episode on the screen. But we'll have it on the Foodcast page. I'll put it up there.
Good. Okay, it was only a few weeks ago. A few short weeks ago. Okay, next up, some hacks and recipes for the holidays.
So necessary and helpful.
Absolutely. And these things are, it's not just stuff. I really wanted to pick out and discuss things that you could serve to anyone. No one is going to feel like, hey, this is healthy, or I don't want to eat anything that's diety during the holidays. It's not like that at all. So get a pen. First, mini phyllo shells. You get those in the freezer aisle. And, usually it's where desserts are.
That's usually
in
where like the
freezer
Cool
aisle.
Whip and the whole pies are.
And those are the little mini phyllo shells. They're already like crispy, crunchy. You don't have to do anything except take them out of the freezer. They're cold. You can even eat them frozen. They don't even freeze.
Yeah, they're so thin.
So thin. 2 shells have 30 calories, only 1 point. And you want to know what to do with them?
Yes. Other than stuff them in my face.
You could eat them without anything in them. They're good. But I like to make desserts out of them, but also there's some great appetizers that you can make that are savory. It's not just about the sweet. So they work either way. One thing you could do is put a Hershey's Kiss and a raspberry.
Ooh.
Yes.
Do you melt the Hershey Kiss?
Yes. You throw it in the oven for like 2 seconds. Literally, you bake it and you melt it.
And then you put the raspberry on top after?
Yeah. Or you can, sometimes we bake it with the raspberry. Do
I
we
think
ever?
I think you put
All
the
right.
raspberry.
Yeah, then you throw the raspberry on top after. Just throw it on there.
All right.
It could be like a carnival game.
Yeah.
You have to make the raspberries land in the middle.
Whoever gets it in, everyone else has to drink.
That's perfect. We're going to do that at home. So that's really low, because think about it. Each shell is like 15 calories. A Kiss is like 22. The raspberry is like negative 11.
Right.
Whatever.
You're basically burning calories eating that.
Yeah. You can also do like a cannoli version. So you put like a ricotta and chocolate chips. Maybe you sweeten it with your favorite sweetener of choice, and you make like little cannoli versions. And those you don't have to bake at all. You just eat those chilled.
People love those. They just look so decadent and fun and festive.
Yes. And who doesn't like a cannoli? What kind of human doesn't like a cannoli?
Best thing ever.
And then this is my favorite application. I love cutting up the little mini Baby Bells, the little the red wax wrapped cheeses. And then with dried cranberries and pecans. So you melt the cheese and then you top it with the dried cranberries.
Yum.
So good.
You know what would be good? Remember a few weeks ago at the Costco episode, we had that blood orange ricotta cheese?
Mike should
That
go
was
into
good.
recipe development. He's coming up with some good ideas.
Mike, you reminded me of that cheese.
I'm over here thinking we should put the Starburst yogurt in them.
Oh, yeah,
wow.
totally.
What else?
Little Starburst pies.
And fruit.
Yeah.
That sounds good, with little dried cherries with the cherry and a little whipped cream.
Remember those sun-made raisins that came in crazy flavors?
Those are so good.
And they would go so well with the Starburst. It would be like it's really like a little junk food.
It really is. Oh my God, the watermelon. Wow, that would be great. Those raisins are so good. You reminded me that I need to eat more of them. All right, next, you want to hear? This is an easy one.
Okay.
But a lot of people don't think to use extract, and a lot of people abuse extract, but peppermint extract this time of year is your friend. You can do so many things with, you can put it in your hot cocoa. You can put it in your Yum Yum brownie muffins to make them like chocolate mint.
What a great idea.
And only need like a drop or two. Don't drink it straight. Don't do a shot. But it makes things taste nice and minty.
I like that idea.
It's good. What do you use it in anything specific?
I like it in the hot cocoa. I've done it in my coffee. Like I've done coffee and some
Oh, that's good.
even like some cocoa powder to make like a mocha.
that's
like
like
a peppermint
mint
mocha.
Peppermint mocha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might even have a
absolutely.
recipe for
we
a mint
do.
mocha.
I think we do.
We'll link you guys to it.
We've got like those Starbucks swaps. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good. Okay. Next, are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Green bean casserole hacks. I love a green bean casserole.
Is the hack that you drop it on the floor and then it has no calories because you don't eat it? No? You got one better?
No, but then you have to clean it up.
Oh, yeah.
But that was close. Jeannie,
Okay.
Close. The hack is you can make it, and I know we're going to link to our recipe, and we've made this recipe for years and years and years, but I like to reiterate it because people, they either think that all green beans are healthy and all the recipes are healthy no matter what, even if it's loaded with creamy soup and crunchy, fatty, crunchy onion items.
No one really thinks that, do they?
I think they still do.
No.
Yeah, it's like they say it's a green bean, right? How bad can it be?
Oh, come on.
Anyway, so the hack that we do, how we make it lighter and lower in calories, we use 98% fat-free cream of celery soup.
No.
You can't beat Campbell's canned 98% fat-free soups. They make a mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
They probably make a chicken one too. But
I think so.
I love the celery one, and I'm not even a celery fan.
I feel like it's a no-brainer. Like, why not? If you're going to use creamy, condensed can of, soup, why not get the 98% fat-free?
To me, it tastes just as creamy.
Oh, yeah.
Our recipe rocks. It really does. And then those onions, the problem is, it's like, let's talk about those onions. I think the recipe calls for so many cans of them, probably because the recipe originated on the can
Right,
of
it's
onions.
those people. They got to highlight it.
It's like, you must use many of our onions. So instead of those onions, and sometimes I still use them.
Sparingly.
I use them sparingly, and I go half and half with something else that'll work. So either a sour cream and onion pop chip or like an onion flavored rice cake or soy crisp.
The little ones, right?
Yeah, the little babies. You crush them up. You can mix them with the onions or just use these things alone and use them, and they work. And they will save you a significant amount of fat. And then our recipe has about half the calories and a tiny fraction of the fat of
Itty
the
bitty.
regular. Yeah. So go for it. And we're going to put the recipe up.
We are.
'Cause
And then
we
we're going to
love
go
you.
stuff our faces with it.
I wish we had some now. How
I
come
know.
we don't have it now?
That was a fail.
Total fail.
Real quick, I have another breaking cheese real quick.
What?
I just thought of something and it actually worked. And I just tested it while you guys were talking.
Because you were bored.
If you Google Hungry Girl Foodcast, the first thing that'll come up is our Foodcast page. So you just click it
Wow.
on and you go right there.
That's great.
Or
Yeah.
you could just put it into the browser, but okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but if you
That's
forget.
good to know.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, no problem. Everybody Googles everything now.
Yeah, that's
Here's,
true. They do.
So-
here's another hack. You can also go to hungry-girl.com/podcast, and we tell you everything you need to know about the podcast and where to go to listen, the best way to listen depending on what phone you have. That's
Wow,
also a
that's
hotbed
all
of information.
Very helpful information.
There you go.
And I think people should really take the time over the holidays to talk incessantly and nonstop to their friends about the podcast and how good it is, and they should all subscribe and listen to all the episodes they may have missed. Don't you think that's like a perfect holiday
I
activity?
think so too, and you should also send us pictures, send us proof of how you are spreading the word about the podcast, and you could win prizes.
Right, and you know what? They can text you those pictures while you're on your cruise.
Yeah.
Nothing makes you happier.
Mike, Get off your
I did buy
phone.
the internet plan so I can
Good. Well, then how can they
check when
reach
they
you
come
when
in.
you're cruising?
805-380-8075. That's 805-380-8075.
Right, but you won't be cruising for a while. We have another podcast before
Yeah,
that
yeah,
time,
yeah.
so this isn't the end. People.
No.
Oh, you know what else is a good activity for the holidays?
What's that?
Reading the Hungry Girl magazine.
True.
Yeah.
Which you could buy at a supermarket near you.
Yep, Barnes & Nobles, Walmart, Target, and supermarkets.
Yes, it's
Cool.
true. Also, signing up for daily emails,
Always a good idea.
visiting the Hungry Girl community.
Can't go wrong there.
We are pathetic. It's okay. At least we're having fun. Well, this is it. The episode is ending.
Yeah,
Are
but
you
we have a
sad?
good one coming next week. Should we tell them?
Oh yeah. All right, you tell me.
All right, we are looking back at the year at Lisa's absolute favorite food finds of 2019, and she has some brand new hacks to share with us of how she uses these
I
items.
do.
You do.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna be great.
Better get working. No, it is going to be a good episode. And it's things that I incorporated into my life that I feel like I could never live without.
I love it because I learn new things all the time from you.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
We just have fun here, don't
Yeah.
we? It's a good time.
Yes.
I'm ready to eat the rest of that Gert now.
Please take it.
He's been
take
eyeing
the
it.
Gert.
He
I want-
tried to get me to pass it to him early in the
I wanna
episode.
try
I
the
was like,
orange.
stop
Try the
distracting me.
orange. I'll try the orange.
All right, we're
as
trying
I say
the orange.
goodbye. All right, people, thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, I am Lisa Lillian, also known as Hungry Girl. Till next time, chew the right thing.